Hi everybody, this is Miss Liz from the Hightstown branch here with a special story time for you about one of my favorite things, Tudor England, specifically a picture book called Get Up, Elizabeth, Even Royalty Must Get Ready by Sharon Bridges and illustrated by Leah Marley. This is a picture book about Queen Elizabeth I, who lived and ruled in England from 1558 to 1603. So we're talking about almost 500 years ago is where she lived. Now, it's called Tudor England because her father and grandfather were the founders of the Tudor dynasty. They were the kings before her. Here we'll get a little bit of where is England. England is all the way on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean from us. It's about a 9-hour plane ride away. It's pretty far. And there's London, the capital city. And right outside of London is this palace called Hampton Court Palace. And you can still go there today and visit and walk in the same spaces where kings and queens from almost 500 years ago walked. Now, who is Princess Elizabeth that we'll read about in our book, who becomes Queen Elizabeth I? Here's a painting of her when she was a teenager, and here's a later painting of her when she is an adult. And you can see, of course, the very, very fancy dress and all the jewels that she would have. But before she got to be queen and before she got to be an adult, she was Princess Elizabeth. And that's what we're going to read today. We're going to read our book. While we read our book, we're going to look for the little mouse on each page. It's kind of like Goodnight Moon if you've read that one. And after we read our book, we're going to make a paper plate crown craft, because everybody gets to be a prince or princess, king or queen for a day at least, right? Okay, let's get started. Get Up, Elizabeth, Even Queens Must Get Out of Bed by Sharon Bridges, illustrated by Leah Marley. Got some beautiful designs here. This would be something that you would see hanging in tapestries in the palace hallways. And remember, we're looking for the little mouse on each page. Get up, Elizabeth. Get out of bed. There's a big day ahead of you, so wake up, sleepyhead. Do we see that mouse? Right up there in the pillows, huh? Off with your nightgown and on with your smock. Time waits for no one. Tick-tock, tick-tock. And our little mouse is tucked all the way back here. Let's get stockings on you before you catch cold. I'll help tie them on, Bess, if you'll only just hold. So Bess was one of her nicknames. And here are her stockings that have to be tied on with ribbons, because they're not like the socks that we wear today that have elastic in them. They're kind of stretchy and will stay up by themselves. And where is that little mouse? Let's take a look. He is hidden right here. He almost blends in with the carpet. Wash the sleep from your eyes. Let's scrub that wee face, that little face. There's nothing, Elizabeth, like fresh almond paste. So they used almonds, the nut, and crushed them and made a paste to clean their face. What do we use today? Soap and water, right? And that mouse is hiding right there by that bowl of almond paste. Now open your mouth, Bess, for teeth cleaning cloth. We'll rub it in soot first. Try not to cough. Whew. So back then they didn't have toothpaste and toothbrushes like we do. They would have soot, which is left over from ashes from a fire, and a cloth. They would dip it in there and they would rub it on her teeth. So that's why her teeth look black. I think I like toothbrushes and toothpaste better. And there's a little mouse. Whoop, all the way down there. And now for your petticoat. Puppet, stand straight. Really, Elizabeth, you're going to be late. So you see how her dress kind of comes out like a triangle, kind of like a bell shape? They had to wear these petticoats, these extra skirts under their skirts and dresses, and they would have wooden pieces of wood in there to help keep a circle shape. That's a type of petticoat is called a farthingale. Oh, now she's getting fancy. Arms out, little Bessie, so I can pin on your sleeves. Be still now, hold steady. Elizabeth, please. So they didn't have sleeves just attached. They could change the sleeves and it could match or be a different color, but they'd have to pin them on and then sew them on every day. It took a long time to get dressed. And there's that mouse again. No, I'm sorry, Elizabeth. No mouse in your skirt. Can we see where she has the mouse? She's holding it. Think of the laundresses. So it's the people who would do the laundry for the palace. The soil and the dirt. Now really, Elizabeth, I've had quite enough. Tilt your head forward so I can sew on your ruff. So she's got the needle and thread trying to sew on this fabric here to the red dress. So the ruff was the fancy part that went around the neck that a lot of men and women and boys and girls would wear. But it didn't come attached. They had to sew it on. They didn't have snaps and buttons and zippers like we do. And the mouse is almost running off the page. Alas, sweet Bessie, what's to be done with your hair? Your mop's so unruly, I can't see the gems clipped in there. So here she's got lots of gems and jewels as a princess would, and she would wear them in her hair or on her dress. And we've got the little mouse hiding in the box. Phew, here she is out of her bedroom finally, ready to see all the people who are waiting to see her. She's going to have to sit down on her chair, on her throne. And what could be there? Something that says squeak, squeak. That's it, my little highness. You're presentable now. Her Royal Highness, Princess Elizabeth. Give them your best bow. So everybody would bow or curtsy to each other when they would meet. It's kind of a way of being nice and respectful to other people. And we don't really do that anymore. Maybe we'll wave or smile. And sometimes grown-ups used to do handshakes. So she's finally ready, but she better not sit there. She's going to sit on the mouse. The end. Did you find me on all those pages? We did. And then here is a lot of information about the things we talked about in the book, like stockings, almond paste, soot for her teeth, pets that Elizabeth had. And here's a little information. It says Elizabeth of England, often called Good Queen Bess, was one of history's greatest queens. But she started off as a princess, a little girl who had to get out of bed every morning and get dressed just like you. Right? All the boys and girls out there have to get up out of their nice, warm, snuggly bed and get dressed for the day. And so did the princess too. For our craft, we'll just need a few things. A paper plate, some scissors, something to color with, like markers or crayons or colored pencils, and then anything else you might want to decorate your craft with. Stickers, glitter, gems, buttons, different pieces of paper. So we're going to start by cutting it. This part is best done by a grown-up, or at the very least with grown-up's help. We're going to fold our paper plate in half, and we're going to cut it kind of like a pizza in slices, but we're going to stop here at the edge. So we're going to and now we can decorate it, and then when we're done, we're going to flip up all the pieces, and this is going to be the edge of the crown that goes around your head, and these will be what sticks up. So if you want to decorate something special on the point, because that's usually where there's gems, feel free to go ahead and do that. Now that we've got everything colored, we're going to just pop up the triangles where we cut. This might also need some adult help. So it helps if you fold them out a bit. All right, and then you're ready to wear it. Sadly, it's a little small for my head, so I think I might need a bigger size crown. But I hope that you had fun making yours and that it fits you just right.